Alright, so this is a Burger Time replica cabinet we're going to build. This is a template for it. And we'll just go through it step by step, but this is how it's done. This is how we do it. Finish up with the second Burger Time side. We're using the Ryobi router. As you can see, it takes approximately a little less than 2 minutes to cut a side when you have your blade adjusted right and everything, and clamped down to the table tightly and all that. This is the second project we're going to start today. This is a Miss Pac-Man and or Galaga side, and they're both the same cut, so this could go for either one.
The rest of the template, what we're going to use here, we're going to cut in half. We're going to use these for our shelves and our inside of the casing itself. Leftover pieces we always use. We're going to use this for the bottom. The bottom piece is 29.5. We're first going to cut it at 23.1/8, our standard width size of the cabinet.
Out of this here piece, we're going to cut our speaker platform. It will be 13 by 23.1/8. Out of this here piece, we are going to cut our coin door panel. It will be 33 by 23.1/8.
Alright, before we actually do the template on the front coin door, what we do, we drill a pilot hole in the center of the coin door itself. We run the router through it to get a good, accurate, clean cut around the front coin door. This is our coin door cutout template. The cutout we're going to use is 33 inches for the front.
Out of this piece, we're going to cut our bottom floor panel. The measurements are 29.5 by 23.1/8. Out of this piece here, we are going to cut it down to 13 inches for our speaker platform and the backdrop that goes behind our monitors.
Next, we're going to cut the 12-inch piece. This is the piece that goes below the back door on the back of the machine. There's the back door and then one lower panel. It's 12 inches. This is the upper piece that goes above the back door that we'll carve the handles in for when you're dollying the game.
here is the piece that Alex and Berto just cut at 6 3/4 by 23 1/8. When I'm done, it will look like this piece that goes above the back door on the back of the cabinet. And this is what our finished top back panel looks like with handles cut in.
That's a 16 inches cut, and we try to make it like 5 inches cut for the control panel.
So this piece is 5 by 23 1/8. This is going to go behind the control panel. Your plexi or glass is going to sit right in that tray there, flush with it, as we router out this piece here. So the plexi can sit right there. Your control panel goes in front of it, like so. So that's your playing surface. You're covering up the groove that we cut in here that the plexi sits in. So that's how your control panel will sit when we're done.
Alright, this is our 13-inch cut. This is our speaker shelf, which sits just like this. Marquee sits on top. Speaker grate goes in the bottom. Speaker assembly goes on top. So this is our template for our speaker shelf. We got 4 1 1/8 inch holes, which we're going to use a 1 1/8 inch paddle bit. We're going to mark our holes. And this is our speaker shelf.
Now we're going to cut 4 pieces for each cabinet. They're going to be 28 by 3 inches. What these do is provide a rail around the bottom of the cabinet, so the ultimate floor in the cabinet is elevated. After years of seeing old cabinets with damaged electronic components from water damage and such, we elevate the bottom of the cabinets. That way nothing gets wet in case of a basement leaking or something. You might damage your wood on the bottom, but it won't hit any electrical components.
This is a Craig jig.
23
Makes pocket screw holes.
28 solid.
This is the special bit that comes with it. You can only use this bit. And these are the special screws you use for this. And that's what a pocket screw hole looks like.
So this is our elevated platform for our base of our cabinet. The side cuts consist of 28 inches. The front and back cuts consist of 23 1/8, standard size of our cabinet. This is the bottom panel that sits as is. Reason why we have it elevated is for when we're delivering our arcades, water damage, any water gets in, nothing happens to electrical harnesses or whatnot. That's how it sits. When I do my shop cleanup, I recommend the Shopsmith 3300.
All right, so this is a burger time completed, minus the back door. We still have to put that on. The inside measurements are the same on burger time as Miss Pac-Man and Galaga, which is the same cabinet. The only difference, of course, is the sides of burger time for Peter Pepper's hat. But the whole rest of the cabinet is identical, and there's a finished product. Just needs paint and install, of course.